Welcome to episode 6 of Simulating Nature in Scilab. This is Fish Farm, a blend of biology and business. Here we introduce two ideas. The first is that of overall reproduction rate in higher organisms. This is the difference between a birth rate, higher, and a death rate, lower. Secondly, we look at how most populations stay in balance with their environments. When a population stays steady, something is adjusting either birth rate down, or death rate up, or a mix of both. Here we will trim birth rate to keep the model simple. Our simplified fish farm does not have a hatchery. Fish reproduce in the environment, if they can. The fish in our simplified fish farm reproduce at a rate of 0.4 of existing individuals per month. Their natural death rate is 0.2 of existing individuals per month. This gives us a fast-developing model. Our simplified fish farm has an environmental carrying capacity for population. The volume of water and its bottom area, where the young can hatch and hide among the rocks, is fixed. Above 10,000 fish in this environment, we start to trim down effective birth rate due to the stresses of crowding and higher levels of waste in the water. At 12,000 individuals, birth rate and death rate balance with no harvesting. If the farm operator dumps 14,000 fish into this volume of water, the model would begin with zero effective birth rate. What is the sustained harvesting potential of this farm? Our dependency sentence. Population change rate is dependent on population and harvesting rate. Positive population change rate is reduced if the carrying capacity zone is infringed. Over 10,000 fish. Since there is quite a bit to this model, let's take a tour of it to show what's where. Where are the fish? In our one account. We click it open if we want to change the number of fish for a model run. We have two closed loops, one for birth rate and one for death rate. Since both loops refer to a count present value, they tie back to it. The decay loop for death rate has a simple negative constant gain that is always the same. We are not trimming death rate in this version of Fish Farm. Here is the growth loop for birth rate. The lookup table contains the carrying capacity trim. The lookup table reads present population to see if fertility should be reduced. If so, a lookup table puts out a fertility factor of less than 1. This is the harvesting branch of our model. In the constant block, I can quote the number of fish being removed for sale each month. In our business startup versions of the demo, we will delay harvesting while the fish population builds up. We buy 1,000 fish and leave them alone for some months. We delay harvesting by having Signal Builder multiply the harvesting rate by 0 during the ramp-up period. Now we are ready to run. Let's look at two steady-state business levels with harvesting going on. First, we maintain 5,000 fish by taking out 1,000 fish per month. This balances. We are nowhere near our environmental carrying capacity. Investors would complain about running the farm at half capacity since lots of our costs are fixed. In the second case, we maintain a population of 10,000 individuals, right at the edge of carrying capacity. This allows a harvest of 2,000 fish per month. This is better as long as there is a market for all 2,000 fish per month at the price we need. If not, the model gets more complicated. Here are two startup models where harvesting begins after a build-up delay. In Run 1, we buy 1,000 fish and hold off harvesting our 2,000 fish per month until around 12 months when we are safely at 10,000 individuals. As you can see, we spent just a bit of time in the reduced fertility zone, a small nick in the graph, so the start of harvest was pretty well timed. Run 2, we start harvesting at the planned rate of 2,000, a month too early, and the population is exhausted after about 22 months of operation. I encourage you to make up alternative business scenarios for our fish farm model and test them against your expectations. The model is easy to change. The simplified linear roll-off of fertility between 10K and 14K fish can be easily adjusted if you find a different carrying capacity function you'd rather use. See you next time for our episode on food safety. Scilab is software buy-in for the world's community. Help them with dollars, publicity, and contribute code. TTS Voices copyrighted 2014 and licensed by LinguaTech, GmbH. Visit them at linguatech.de. Text and graphics copyrighted 2019 by William Rhodes Design.